Some group wants Fox News banned in Canada. That would be a total disaster. Here's a video from Rachel Gilmore, who's pretty popular on X.
Fox News be banned from broadcast in Canada? Well, Canada's leading organization for 2S LGBTQI people and issues.
I don't care about that organization. Anything that starts himself with 2S blah, 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 no.
Egale Canada is asking the CRTC to resume consultations 2 years after they first asked Canada's version of the FCC to consider a ban, which prompted more than...
Why? That's so creepy. This organization can go screw itself for sure. Right out of the box, I already think this organization is a flaming pile of crap.
7,000 letters from Canadians on the matter. Despite that, the CRTC...
Okay, I want to hear what 7,000 letters from raging lunatic leftists that Fox is bad?
To consider a ban, which prompted more than 7,000 letters from Canadians on the matter. Despite that, the CRTC still hasn't taken any action. And in the meantime, Egale said, quote, Fox...
Or is that people that want to keep it? But who cares? 7,000 people. Give me a break, Canada.
Fox News has continued to spew harmful and abusive content into the homes of Canadians. They cite stuff like Greg Gutfeld's abusive statements about trans women, like claiming they have a, quote, humiliation fetish, and other guests on Fox News, like Riley Gaines, attempting to draw parallels between the crimes of a convicted sex offender.
Canada, so many people in Canada are like, never grew up. A lot of the leftists in Canada mentally, I think, are still children. No, I don't want to hear anything that disagrees with me. My precious worldview, which is leading towards Canada have a flat economy and a housing crisis, way too many immigrants, crazy long wait times for doctors. I want to keep that. I don't want to hear any other points of view. Fox News, if Canada listened to Fox News, it would be way better country almost immediately.
And the presence of trans women in between the crimes of a convicted sex offender and the presence of trans women in women's change rooms. But how could the CRTC ban Fox News from broadcast? Well, the list of non-Canadian programming services and stations that are authorized for distribution in Canada is administered by the CRTC, which has established that non-Canadian broadcasters have to be held to the same standard as Canadian channels. And according to our television broadcasting regulations, Canadian broadcasters can be fined or lose their licenses if they broadcast, quote, any abusive comment or abusive pictorial representation that, when taken in context, tends to or is likely to expose an individual or a group or class of individuals to hatred or contempt on the basis of race, national or ethnic origin, color, religion, sex, sexual orientation, age, or mental or physical disability.
Well, that's everything. Every channel can be, anyone, no one can talk then. If you really interpret that in like the most broad, vague way possible, everyone's done. If that's true, Fox is gone. So, by the way, are every other news station. Anything. Every news station will be canned if the wrong person gets in and then interprets that. It's just like, oh, why has Canada gotten so left-wing? Like, what a fucking shithole it is right now.
Now, Fox News responded to Egale's initial open letter in 2023, telling the CRTC that their request was moot because that initial open letter used a bunch of examples from Tucker Carlson Tonight. After Egale published the letter, Tucker had gotten the boot. Fox also argued that this would be inconsistent with both the CRTC's framework for foreign news and public affairs and with the underlying charter values the commission has to uphold. But Canada has delisted international TV channels for violating the rules that apply to Canadian broadcasters.
It's obviously not about violating the rules. It's that people like the woman on screen and all these other left-wing lunatics don't want to argue. They can't debate their ideas, so they have to lie and distort, and in this case, just take the other side off the television. No right-wing, this is an idea and like a problem that uniquely exists right now on the left. Maybe that was different in the past, but right-wing people don't call for this. They don't want the left-wing channels to go away. Like, in general, that's certainly true.
Before, like when they banned Russia's state-run broadcaster RT from distribution in Canada after Russia invaded Ukraine.
So you're comparing that to Fox News. This woman is out of her mind.
Stating that the channel's content, quote, tends or is likely to expose the Ukrainian people to hatred or contempt on the basis of their race, national, or ethnic origin. So can we extend that same reasoning to Fox News?
And this woman, unhinged clown show. You're going to compare that to Fox News, just a right-wing channel. Like the Overton window in Canada is on the, it's like touching, if you're going to use a hockey analogy, touching the boards on the left side of the ice. There is no Overton window. You can't even be centrist in Canada without the left wing thinking that you stink. You just have to be completely psychotically left wing on every issue.
The way it regularly uses its airwaves to vilify trans people. Now, the CRTC responded to Egal's open letter in September.
These people are so dogmatically obsessed with trans stuff. It's pathetic. Just get over that issue.
2023, and they said that, quote, "It has become clear that the current decades-old regulatory approach for overseeing non-Canadian television services requires a review, and a public consultation will start in the coming months." But 2 years later, no public action has been taken. And when I reached out to the CRTC today, they told me that, quote, "The CRTC intends to launch a consultation to review its regulatory approach for non-Canadian channels that are available in Canada at a later date." When I asked what that later date might be, they said they, quote, "cannot comment further." So will Fox News be banned from Canadian broadcasts, and should it be? What do you think of all this?
I think you're nuts. You're asking all these like insane. What's the point of this? You obviously don't like Fox News. Why even like try to turn over this rock? There already is no right-wing channel in Canada that's any big. You want to get rid of the only right-wing channel pretty much in North America that's like a large broadcast? Just have a bunch of Canadian citizens that are even more sheep-like than they already are. I'll finish the video there, but holy crap. What a terrible, terrible video I just reacted to.